Right, let's talk about regulation and compliance regarding ground screws and screw piles.
Screw piles can be certified, tested, and documented for building control, including ISO 9001 and EN 1090 standards. Their material traceability and engineering data make them suitable for regulated works. This is the case with screw piles fabricated in the UK and ourselves at UK Helix, where our products are fabricated in Finland using construction-grade traceable steel. Ground screws, often imported and sold at high volumes, usually lack such documentation and may be unsuitable where compliance or certification is needed. However, for permitted development, exempt buildings or garden rooms, for example, this may not be an issue.
Okay, let's talk about frost, heave, and root activity. We often get called at UK Helix because of things like variable ground conditions, heave, expansion and contraction of the ground conditions. So why that favours screw piles is that the end bearing plate will be installed way below where that activity takes place. So you can imagine the helix is what is taking the load, and all the movement around here can basically take place. The load bearing capacity is not going to be affected. So oftentimes we're called for tree protection orders where the root activity will be taking place in, say, the first metre to 2 metres. As long as the helix is buried below that root activity, screw piles are a very good solution for tree protection. The same goes for frost heave. So again, the frost heave is typically taking place around 1 metre. It may take place further down. As long as the end bearing plate is buried beneath where that activity takes place, screw piles are a very good solution. So a good solution to heave susceptible soils, good solution to frost heave, and a very good solution for root activity where the end bearing plate is buried below where that activity happens. Now when it comes to heave, frost heave and root activity, I think you have more challenges with ground screws. They're installed to a shallower depth typically, and this thread, which is normally quite close to where the activity is happening, or maybe even directly in the area where the activity is happening, can be susceptible in my opinion. So if you think this is a friction-based product, its load-bearing capacity is happening around here, and if it's at a shallow depth, 1 metre to 2 metres is where the potentially tree root activity is happening, and that is how the load is being taken. I feel that that is potentially susceptible to heave. Similarly with frost, if it's installed at a shallow depth and is taking a load with friction and the activity is happening around here, potentially there's the possibility for that to move. Again, that's my opinion. If you think differently, I'm open to correction, so please leave a comment in the comment section.